Chapter 13, Episode 9. As much as Sally enjoyed some quiet time with her friends working around the trailer and playing a time in history that included wood cutting and chopping, collecting food, fishing, she didn't want to spend the winter in a trailer east of nowhere. She ran every morning after stretching. She worked out for more than an hour after that before finally taking a quick shower. Sally chopped all the wood she wanted to. She wanted to do anything that needed doing that required physical work. It was cold enough at night to have a fire. There was a small wood stove in the roomy addition to the trailer. When they were inside and awake, they were usually sitting or lying on the sofa. It was comforting to have a fire. They had electricity and a pump for running water from a well, but they were a long way from neighbours. And when they sat outside at night, they sat around the fire. Billy and Caprice didn't train as hard as Sally. They relaxed most mornings. Billy checked the progress on the murder cases in their media attention or wrote code for prediction algorithms. Caprice read or took a walk around the property. They all took a walk down to the lake most days. That was still on the property and took 20 minutes. They canoed in the lake. The comparatively small freshwater lake. The saltwater lake that was really the Atlantic but cut off from the Atlantic was usually too choppy for a canoe trip. They swam in the lake and some days went swimming somewhere else. If they went for an afternoon excursion, they would find, or Billy would find, a good restaurant. Sometimes they went for a drive and picked up a few things and had a coffee somewhere. They didn't have to pretend to be taking time off from the city and banging about on somebody's land. It was what they were doing. It was a great way to spend the summer. Not for the next 50 years. There was an unspoken limit to hiding out. There were variables. Some hid out until they died, usually because there was no choice other than certain death. Those were different times, as they say about the horrors of history. There were enough reasons to avoid Venezuela and the United States, but the rest of the world was still open to them. There too were exceptions. You know what I hate? No, Sally, now that you mention it. I'm serious. Okay. Billy closed his laptop and waited for Sally to stop pacing back and forth on the deck of the trailer extension. Her claim was that she loved walking barefoot on wood. Sally sat down beside Billy on the sofa. It is beautiful here. I'll tell you what I hate. I want to know. Stupidity. Okay. It's not okay. You're supposed to say, what do you mean? Okay. You are now deliberately provoking me, Billy. I assume because you think you can get away with it. Okay. Sally moved to strangle him. Sally, you have my full attention. Full. I hate it when I'm too stupid to figure things out. I smashed Mum's holy remote once because it refused to understand what I wanted. I managed to screw up everything that's possible to screw up with her programming. She was more pissed off about that than the fucking antagonistic remote. I hate that. You hate that you can't do it, or you hate that it makes you frustrated? I love you, Billy. I don't say it often. You are my best friend. I just wanted to say it. Is there a but? No. Okay, thanks. I can deal with my personal shortcomings, especially since you have so few to deal with. Precisely. But it's something else that has you angry. Sally stood up and looked down at Billy. She was going to be animated. Billy tried really hard not to smile. I hate all the fuckery. Everyone wants to tell lies. Televisions make me crazy, and the advertising twats telling me what to think and what I want. I hate the news. Why is everyone pissing around with stupid shit while the planet is still being plundered and poisoned? Now Billy was very quiet and attentive. So much so that Sally paused to notice and sat down again. They keep telling lies. The oceans are clogged full of shit and the temperature is rising. The humans fuck it up. You want to know what I want to do? Yes. I'd like to take these fucking pricks and put them in a closed room and fill it with CO2. We can do that. That would explain it. It would certainly drive home a point. Sally laughed and laid her head on Billy's shoulder. I'm going to miss this place. Me too.